Born to farming families in Paint Lick, Kentucky, it seemed only natural that Bob and Norma Noe would take an interest in the roots of their beloved bluegrass state. But how deep that love would grow remained largely unseen until one recent act of astounding generosity. Bob was born in 1929 to George and Nancy Noe, the youngest of 5 children. From the start, his mother instinctively sensed his potential, encouraging him to work hard, get a good education, and become whatever you want to be. Heeding her advice, Bob graduated from high school and enrolled at Eastern Kentucky University, until duty called him to serve in the United States Air Force, stationed mostly in Germany. Norma was born to Johnny and Alta Anderson in 1935. Taking after her mother, she was outgoing, giving, caring, smart, and adventurous too. Upon her high school graduation, she first enrolled at Cumberland College, and then she also attended Eastern Kentucky University. Curiously, though, their paths never crossed until 1954, when Bob's niece introduced them. Always one to spot a good deal when he sees one, Bob soon proposed, and they were married 9 months later at the Mount Tabor Baptist Church in Paint Lick. Bob returned to Eastern to complete a degree in history. They both then took civil servant positions in the Air Force, first at the Wright-Patterson Base in Ohio, then on to Washington, D.C., where Bob completed an MBA degree at American University in 1971. It was during this time that Bob and Norma discovered a passion for exploring historical museums, from South Carolina to Maine. They especially enjoyed tracking down those that had collections of their early state artifacts, something they had never witnessed in Kentucky. Soon, the Noes began frequenting local markets to buy antiques of their own, especially ones with Kentucky origins. In 1980, the couple returned to their roots in the bluegrass, thus accelerating their love for collecting Kentucky treasures. After all, Norma's great-great-uncle crossed the Cumberlands with Daniel Boone, Bob's ancestors not far behind. "Our love for Kentucky is in our souls," says Bob, and the thrill of the hunt is evident in his spirit as he describes finding a rare Kentucky sugar desk.
I believe the Mason County Sugar Disc is a masterpiece by really any definition that one would want to apply to masterpieces of Kentucky. When I first saw it, a dealer called me and said he had a piece of furniture that he would like for me to see. I drove over the next day and walked into a room, bare room, probably 20 feet away from it. And if you'll pardon the expression, I just said something that I normally do not say. I said, "I'll be damned." I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe in my mind that a piece of furniture like that was in existence. I dropped on my knees till it was small, it is small, so that I had a better view of it, and then I kind of walked on my knees and crawled over to it to see it better. It's a masterpiece because of its style, because of its design, because of its inlay, because of perfect little bandy legs. It's so important on that piece of furniture, that style of furniture, of the other 100 pieces that have been identified. It had everything, in my view, that made a masterpiece. Now, I made up my mind, crawling over to it, I was going to own it. I didn't know what the price was, but we'd worry about that later, because it was that good in my view.
Norma describes why finding such masterpieces is so rewarding.
When you see a really nice Kentucky piece, it makes one proud to know that Kentucky did have such things. Because as you well know, that we've been called hillbillies and backwoods people and all sorts of things, as if we had no stylistic type things at all. And so it just makes me proud to see that Kentucky does, or did have in the early days, wonderful pieces of furniture and silver.
For 30 years, Bob and Norma spent thousands of hours scouring the back roads, hills, and hollers of our state, researching, acquiring, and restoring what has come to be something we now can all take pride in: the nation's most extensive collection of early Kentucky furniture, paintings, silhouettes, textiles, ceramics, and silver, from 1790 to 1850. Jess Correll, founder and owner of First Southern National Bank, where Bob held a directorship for over 15 years and now has attained emeritus status, holds his dear friend in high esteem. Jess reflects, "I always appreciated Bob's eye for detail, both in business and in his approach to collecting antiques. He gave me a deeper appreciation of our proud Kentucky heritage and inspired me to join him in preserving and protecting our Commonwealth for future generations." Indeed, Bob and Norma Noe's dedication to preserving the past and commitment to enriching our future has led them recently to donate 119 of their most valuable historic possessions to Kentucky's largest art museum, the Speed in Louisville. Currently undergoing major expansion to house their landmark gift to the Commonwealth, the public will get its first chance to view the entire collection, valued in the millions, in March of 2016. Speed Museum administrators are ecstatic, declaring, "We will now be able to provide visitors with unparalleled opportunity to experience and enjoy the state's artistic heritage as never before." Through the Noe's generosity and vision, these treasures will remain accessible for generations to come, and we are very grateful. We are honored to present Bob and Norma Noe, 2015 recipients of the Heroes, Saints, and Legends Award.